Basim! Join me on the roof!
فلتصحبك السلامة في رحلتك.
Basim! I knew it was you. You're not the only one with eyes that see afar.
So, Tabed, you have filled the streets with eyes and spies.
Such is the life of a Rafiq. Without my knowledge, where would we be?
Knowledge is a tool, a weapon. It can be used for good or ill. And the Order is using it for ill indeed.
What have you learned?
Rot runs deep through the House of Wisdom. They are using some ancient book, hoping to build a wicked device.
I have heard rumors of this blasphemous contraption. They call it their great work.
The Order is experimenting on people, lethally. I have stopped them for now. But someone called Al-Rabisu is running things at the House of Wisdom.
Any idea about who this Rabisu character could be?
I have my suspicions about the great scholar, Fazil Fahim.
That fragile old man?
The clues I have gathered tell me so.
It could be. The House of Wisdom will be hosting a great symposium soon. An informal gathering of scholars. A lecture, refreshments, chatter. Even the great Arib will attend. Go, spy out this puzzle with care. But do not throw your blade at the symposium. We don't want to show our hand just yet. But if Fazil is guilty and alone, then like a viper, strike. But you must be sure.
Before I act, I will be sure.
Mastermind in the shadows. Al-Rabisu. An enigma behind the scenes, a puppeteer pulling strings. 10 symposium at the House of Wisdom. And I guess get the last 3. Man, we're going back and forth between just a handful of locations here. And in the district too, which is surprising. We're not having to trek out, trek in, trek out, trek in. Furthest we had to go was the dig site the one time. And I wonder if we will get a choice on possibly getting it wrong on one of these missions. Because so far, even when we don't know and we're figuring
The symposium
out...
should be here. Baghdad's brightest, sharing their wisdom.
That was it. But even when we're not sure, they basically point us right to exactly who it is.
Pardon me. I am looking for the great scholar's lecture.
Fazl Fahim's lecture about the antediluvian antecedents of humanity will begin soon. In the meantime, please enjoy our ample stock of exquisite delicacies and tasty refreshments.
Alright, explore to find opportunities.
Where is Arib al-Ma'muniya? Where is Arib? I hope to catch a whiff of her magnificent aura. So rare to see her outside of the round city.
The beloved is in the garden, ruminating upon the perfection of nature.
Oh, to be a flower held in her discerning hands, inspiring such languid verse.
She must be relieved to be free of her wealthy patrons for a change.
Oh, perhaps she leads an exciting secret double life, slipping out of the palaces to find inspiration in common life.
I doubt it.
catapult Arib is resting in the eastern outer courtyard. Alright, let's see if she'll actually talk to me then.
Men have forgotten how to walk God's righteous path.
Be my eyes, Enkidu.
Use tools, not allowed in this location. Yeah. Can I not
clean.
find her or something?
I can use my weapons again if needed.
Did say eastern outer courtyard. Whatever. So I'll just keep searching then. Other opportunities are here.
I told you I'd see you around.
Indeed. And what brings you back?
I want to show you something.
Nihal has found something of interest. Alright.
These House of Wisdom boars collect the wildest trinkets and gadgets.
I have been here before, Nihal. This is Ahmed ibn Musa's office. Have you been sneaking in there?
Found some unusual diagrams. Okay. What, back here? Oh, that stuff's gone, actually.
It gives me a tingle down my spine. Like I'm nearing a cosmic secret.
You read too much about magicians and lost cities buried beneath the dunes.
You don't read enough. Perhaps there are other worlds, other people, out among the stars.
Nonsense.
Does this remind you of your nightmares?
No. More like something from the Bimaristan. Or a training chart of the Hidden Ones.
Ah, yes. The swift ways to kill silently. Death in seconds.
Hopefully she'll actually have some nice insight. Maybe.
Ahmed and his brothers are capable of designing some fantastic devices.
Not all of his ideas are that practical, I'm afraid.
Don't be so smug. The world is full of wonders.
This. I have seen this one before. Is this what you wanted to show me?
Yes. It reminded me of that object we found at the palace. What is it?
A drawing from an ancient book.
There is something you are not telling me.
You do not want to know what happens behind closed doors.
Why? Because you do not know either?
Because, as Derwish says, sometimes it is better not to know the truth behind the things we must do.
The truth, Basim, is that everything is here in front of you. But you refuse to look at it. This is about you. It has always been about you, ever since that night.
I took an oath, Nihal, to leave my old life behind and walk this path of shadows.
And maybe someday you will find the light. But until then, I will walk behind you every step of the way to remind you not to forget who you are.
Is that a threat?
I do not know.
translator. What is he still doing here? Hunain, you should not be back so soon.
I know. I'm still nervous, but I couldn't stay away from my books.
I guess we must always do our duty.
Wada'an.
Okay, resting in the Easter courtyard, and apparently that's... Well, it's not up top, so... North... East... I guess I'm just gonna have to run around the building until I see her icon just like that.
There is that poet Abidlab, whose work keeps turning up in unexpected places.
Spirit of the sands, pilot of desert ships. From distant lands bring to our ears, from your wind-touched lips, the Mirage's song, the kiss that grips.
Yes?
Symmetry of sky and sea, but only in thine eye do these two planes meet.
You have read my work. And who might you be?
A lover of poetry, nothing more. And of order. Or should I say, chaos.
I know only one living poet who loves chaos that much. Ali ibn Muhammad. Are you a fan of his pedestrian work?
The rivalry between you two is legendary. It enhances the craft. I cannot choose.
You are most diplomatic. But I would rather seek inspiration among these lovely blooms. Good day.
Alright. Oh, I guess the speech is starting. Since even she's heading inside.
The great scholars' lecture will begin after a short delay. Meanwhile, enjoy our bounty snacks and the sparkling whiskey of fellow guests.
That astronomer might be one of them, though I doubt it. Sayyidi, I am honored to make your acquaintance.
Good to see more young people enjoying the House of Wisdom.
Do you think the great scholar will give a good lecture?
Do not waste time listening to his nonsense. I have written many more edifying and practical books instead.
On which topics?
I have written extensively about sundials, astrolabes, stars and planets, and the circumference of the Earth.
Fascinating, Sayyidi. I shall read more of your work soon. Wada'an. Sounds like the lecture is about to begin. I should return to the Kahraman.
Well, we get to hear the lecture, but I don't think we've found any more that'll really connect some. Al-Zarik is an order member under Al-Rabisu. Oh, that was her. Al-Zarik. Oh, okay. I thought we had a loose end.
Pardon me. Is Fazil Fahim's lecture ready to begin?
Indeed it is. Head inside if you please.
Welcome, one and all, to the House of Wisdom, center of learning in Baghdad, indeed, of the entire world. I am Fazil Fahim al-Kimsa, first scholar of the House of Wisdom, wisest of the wise. Today, I will shock you with what may sound like outrageous blasphemies. Do not fear, good people. Though I am old, my mind remains sharp as steel. Today I speak of mysteries, of creatures from the antediluvian age. Do not the ancient prophets tell us about giants from before the flood who forsook Allah and worshipped false idols? Is it not possible these giants built marvels, works of wondrous power, now lost to us?
Zahra and Hassan are both dead, slain by an assassin's blade.
They are dead.
Saidi, I urge you to hide until it's safe. Apologies, people, but our lecture has concluded. Please, feel free to explore the House of Wisdom's many fine chambers.
You call yourself the Great Scholar, Fazil. You who burn books and hope the smoke will hide your crimes. How many did you sacrifice in your search for knowledge? How many did you use, damage, and discard in the name of discovery? Now you hide within the House of Wisdom. The house you led astray. But I will find you. And I will exact justice for every soul you savaged for your great work.
Alright, assassinate Fazil, the Great Scholar. The leader of the Order in Abbasiyya goes by the name of Al-Rabisu, an ancient Mesopotamian word for demon. Ah, clever. Now he stands revealed as Fazil al-Khamsa, the Great Scholar of the House of Wisdom, from illicitly acquiring valuable books to conducting unholy experiments on human subjects. He's a living example of the perversion of knowledge. The Great Symposium has revealed him. Now it's time to strike. Until to uncover Al-Rabisu's location. Interesting that he was given away all because of his assistant.
It is true. Fazil leads the Order in Abbasiyya. I need to hunt him down.
Yep, I gotta find leads here.
The old fraud Fazil.
I used to complain about the shortness of the lecture. I went to town.
Did you see the powerful terror on the Great Scholar's face?
He looked like somebody about to get his skull drilled.
How revolting.
Forget I mentioned it.
How exciting. What do you think frightened the Great Scholar?
The old fool must have imagined one of his antediluvian creatures. He's an absolute disgrace.
But where did he run off to?
There's rumors of hidden passages beneath the House of Wisdom. Maybe he hid down there.
I have heard the rooftop gardener mention these places, yes.
What a colorful detail to include in my verse. The scholar by secret tunnels fled, chased by delusions of deities who want him dead.
Interesting. Gardener on the roof might have the basement access. Alright, back to some climbing.
Looks clear. I can use my weapons again if needed. Cast your gaze, Enkidu.
Ah, excellent. There's our guy.
Keep to the roof, I say.
This key could be useful.
Safer too. Avoid dark hallways, especially after the murder in the library. What's this place coming to?
Yep, sounds like the gardener's actually heard a lot.
I better not use my weapons here.
Alright, is there any other information I can get here?
Pardon me, but I heard a rumor about a hidden basement beneath the House of Wisdom.
A secret basement? You must be joking.
No, not at all. Surely, such a large building must have basements and cellars to store books and inks.
I'm aware of no such location on these premises.
Perhaps a little token of my appreciation will jog your memory.
Most generous. Murders, mayhem, and bonfires. It's time for me to depart the House of Wisdom. Father has a fine carpet shop in Samara. He always wanted me to take up the family trade.
A wise choice. Now, about any hidden cellars?
Oh, yes, of course. Forgive me. Now that you mention it, there is a basement hatch in the northwest courtyard.
Thank you.
Ah. Okay, that's one step closer.
Gatekeeper, let me pass.
Those who came before are...
What are you talking about?
Those who came before are...
Let me get back to you.
I've lost Fossil's greatest...
Looks clear. I can use my weapons again if needed.
What do you mean you lost the great scholar's masterwork?
I'm sorry. I was distracted by the presence of the famous poet Arib.
Forget the poet! We better find Fazl's book, or we're both dead.
Sounds like part of a passphrase.
Oh. Entry restricted. Alright, let's just go to the western outer courtyard here.
I better not use my weapons here.
I think that's our better bet here. Alright, so count the courtyards as these. So around here, there should be a hatch.
Nothing can hide from us, Enkidu.
Nope, I guess Enkidu can mark enemies, but not the hatch.
This looks like a hidden entrance.
Oh. Yes, it does. Excellent.
Looks clear. I can use my weapons again if needed.
I dig this.
Rest now.
Dungeon? Underneath the Great Library? Really? How subtle. This probably leads back up to the guy who asked the passphrase.
I better not use my weapons here.
That'll be my guess. What? There's a secret passage too? That's cool. Okay, this one went from being kind of dragged on to I like it. Because there's cool stuff like this. I mean, you can't be mad when there's this much variety.
Hold up! Nobody's putting me in that thing. Not ever.
Don't worry. We've got plenty of skills.
You can pull my teeth out with hot irons before you get me in there.
Go ahead, just use focus here. 1, 2, 3. I guess I could have just blown that up, but More fun to use the focus, honestly.
There is a deep wrongness here. A reek of rot and iron. Those robes might help me get closer to Fazil. What have they done to these people? Poor guy will not need this anymore. This should help me blend in.
Oh. Using disguises. Disguise can help you avoid detection in certain locations as long as you keep a low profile. If you're detected, vanish and become anonymous to be able to maintain the ruse. White patient robe. So is this just a costume then? It is. Cool.
Belong here.
Where is my robe? I can't meet the scholar without my special robe.
This world doesn't look right. Someone take me back to the bright, shiny place.
Next subject! In here, now!
There are horrors here, but the most terrifying thing is that I have seen it all before. Somehow.
Who dares meddle with my great work? Killing my guy, spoiling my lecture. It's an outrage.
It looks like the handiwork of a trained assassin.
Must be some faction in the Round City. Or one of those jealous broods in Sharqiyya.
These killings were too subtle for mercenaries.
No matter. Once I understand how the mechanism works, I will prove myself to Al-Bahamud.
What is this? Definitely more of a hidden chamber, but... what's that device there?
You are new, aren't you? I don't recognize you. They promised you gold when you volunteered, yes? No matter. What you are about to behold surpasses all worldly riches. Don't be afraid. Are you afraid? This is my great work. I call it Arwah. It will take you on a journey to another realm. Why did the first ones leave this world behind, filled with fools, I wonder, and make so few of me? We call this the House of Wisdom, but its foundations are unsound. For beneath the House of Wisdom lies the Dungeon of Ignorance, and upon such dark secrets we build our philosophies. Science is the noblest purpose. Knowledge is the greatest power.
No.
No? Then what?
Justice.
This may be the place. It may be here where lies absolute knowledge. It is not how I remember it. Behind the doors, it looked brighter.
But in the end, all we see is darkness. I need to get out of here. Get back to the inn.
Mastermind in the shadows. Really? The room is not filled with guards. That's not what I expected at all. Huh. Leave the House of Wisdom. And probably head straight to the Bureau, I would assume. Crazy. There's gotta be a quicker and easier way out then, I would assume. Also, can we actually get... No, can't get the disc they put in there. Man, collapsing those reminds me so much of Assassin's Creed, Brotherhood, Revelations.
He believes in these ancient beings, the masters of memory. No question about it. Fazil was neck deep in the Order.
Alright, leave the House of Wisdom. Let's pop out here. Pops me right outside. Really? Okay.
Hold the watch! The troublemaker is here! Stop him!
Citizens, please note that there is considerable congestion by the Damascus Gate caused by an overturned car. All travelers and merchants...
Sounded like he said overturned car, but I'm pretty sure he said overturned cart. Also, let's change this costume. Pop it off anyways. I'll keep doing the assassin role. Honestly, I think that looks the best.
Off with you.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. Running through a restricted area.
Wait, what?
As long as we're not followed. That's the important part. Which I think we're in the clear. Nice. Messed up going into a restricted area, but we got out of there just perfectly fine. Cool. Yeah, this was taking around like the 2.5 hour mark. That's not too bad.
Basim ibn Ishaq.
How did you find this place?
Easy. I just follow the trails of blood.
You should not be here.
Do you talk to him?
Sometimes. Yes.
But he does not answer. I do. We have drifted apart since that day. But what we have seen back at the palace, this light, these sounds, we cannot have possibly forgotten.
Unlike you, Nihal, I keep the past in the past.
You call yesterday the past? And this jinni of yours, this repulsive shadow that crushes your chest, has it crawled back into the past too?
No. It is still here. Sometimes, even in the day, I feel its breath on my neck. The nightmare invades the real world, or has always been part of it.
This is part of your reality, Basim. I am a part of your reality too. I am your past. Tell me, will you leave me there? In the dark corners of your memory?
I will not.
Now, if you could invent a mechanical rug sweeper, Basim.
It is done.
And how did it all play out?
I'm afraid this is a tale for another day. We will save it for one of our campfires.
You have done well, my friend.
Better get back to my work. You know how easily I get bored. Thank you for what you did, Basim.
It is the truth. You have done well. One last thing. Arib, was she involved?
Not that I know. But we must remain vigilant.
Easy, Basim, I am here. Basim, Tamahal.
I cannot keep them waiting.
Are they aware, your companions, that their hunter is hunted in his sleep?
If it were in my sleep alone, I could bear it. But it followed when I fled Anbar. Now it stalks me when I slay those I hunt.
The ones from the palace, in the masks.
4 are dead at my hand. The last, the head of the snake, will join them soon.
Why slit its throat when you could loosen its tongue?
What? Why would I?
The jinni only struck in sleep. It never dogged you by the day until you reached into that chest. The masked ones prize what lay within. The ancient object that woke at your touch. They may hold more answers living than dead.
I hunt my enemies. I do not break bread with them. I took an oath, Nihal.
How can you hunt when you are hounded? If you could walk the dark unburdened, you could better serve the light.
I stay my blade from the flesh of the innocent, not from the order of the ancients.
If you will not ask your foes, then at least ask your friends what slept in that chest. And why they sought it.
You know, I was thinking about ending the recording, but
My companions wait for me at the Harbiya Bureau. Clear your mind, Basim. Focus on the task before you.
Anbar sometime later. So is all that's left for the investigation the head? My companions are stationed at the Harbiya Bureau. They will know which steps to take next to bring down the order. I mean, we do have all the clues for the head of the order, so actually, I think we'll just keep going, see if we can finish up the story in this recording. Also, 4 skill points. Let's go ahead with this. Cool. So, out of curiosity, then, will it let me fast travel? It will. Okay. Yeah, I think what I might do then is I'll finish up the story, and then I'll do any more of the Tales of Baghdad, finishing the collections of the artifacts and getting the gear with the shards, as well as those contracts in the last, like, couple videos after.